You know, some games are just games. They happen, they end, you check the box score. And then there are nights like this one. The Lakers and the Clippers gave us an absolute classic, a down-to-the-wire thriller that had, well, pretty much everything. So let's break down how this whole epic unfolded. And just look at that score. The headline of the whole story? 3 points. That's it. That was the final margin in a game that felt like it was decided by an inch, by a single second. When a score is this close, you know it was an absolute battle from the opening tip.
So that's the big question, isn't it? How does a full 48-minute war with all the lead changes and big plays somehow get boiled down to one single, heart-stopping, chaotic possession? Well, that's what we're going to unpack right now. To really get that frantic ending, we've got to look at how the Lakers built this win in the first place. And it wasn't just one guy. It was a trio of stars who were the true architects of this thing.
And it all started with this man, Anthony Davis. He just put on an absolute clinic, a dominant, force-of-will performance on both ends of the floor.
I mean, come on, look at this stat line. This wasn't just a good game, it was a total masterclass. 38 points, yeah, he was shouldering the scoring load, no doubt. But it's that combination of 11 boards and 3 blocks that really tells the story. He wasn't just scoring, he was owning the paint, protecting the rim. That's a player in complete control.
But it was far from a solo act, because right there with him, you had the incredibly efficient and, man, so clutch play of Austin Reaves.
Now this is what's so impressive. Scoring 29 points on only 15 shots, that's just wild efficiency. But it was his massive, game-changing defensive play late in the fourth, and trust me, we'll get to that proves his impact went way, way beyond just putting the ball in the basket.
And to round out the trio, you've got the veteran leader himself, the one and only LeBron James. And his night was the story of pure grit. 13 points, okay, but another 11 assists. That's his 5th straight game with 10 or more dimes. But here's the kicker, the part that doesn't show up in the box score. He did all of that while fighting through a migraine and a sore left knee. That is just veteran toughness, the kind of thing that elevates an entire team.
Now, with those kinds of performances, you'd think this trio has been playing together all year, right? Well, this number is just staggering. This was only the 11th time in 55 games this season that Davis, James, and Reaves have all been on the court together. Only 11 times. That's kind of hard to believe.
And that lack of time together is what makes this quote from AD after the game just hit so hard. We know what we can be. We just need the reps. He knows it. We all saw it. The potential is off the charts. It's really just a question of whether they can stay on the floor together long enough to realize it.
Okay, so even with the Lakers' stars shining, this game was still on a knife's edge. Because every great thriller needs a turning point, right? That one moment where the whole momentum of the game just swings. And boy, did this game have a big one.
Because on the other side of the ball, Kawhi Leonard was putting on his own show for the Clippers. The man was on fire, pouring in 31 points, looking completely unstoppable, and then fate stepped in.
So let's look at this timeline, because these are the 2 plays that changed everything. First, a little over 5 minutes to go, Kawhi has to leave the game with that ankle soreness, a massive blow for the Clippers. Then you jump to under the 2-minute mark, and there it is, that huge defensive play from Austin Reaves. He stands his ground, takes a charge on Norman Powell, who had already dropped 22 big points. And that was Powell's 6th foul. He's done for the night. Just like that, 2 huge offensive weapons for the Clippers, gone, in the most important minutes of the game.
So the stage is set. Key players are out, the score is razor thin, the clock is ticking away. It all leads to this final showdown, one absolutely chaotic possession. Okay, let's walk through this heartbeat by heartbeat. Lakers are up by 3. LeBron's got the ball, he's looking to seal it. He tries a cross-court pass, but Nicholas Batum reads it perfectly and steals it. Oh my gosh, the Clippers suddenly have a chance to tie. Batum gets a look from 3, he puts it up, and it's off. It misses, and who is there to snatch the final rebound just as time runs out? LeBron James. From a potential game-losing turnover to grabbing the rebound that seals the victory. You can't make this stuff up. Just unbelievable drama.
Okay, let's all just take a breath. After a finish like that, what does it all mean for the big picture? Let's take a look at the aftermath of this incredible game. So here's the bottom line. This one single win really does have a big impact. For the Lakers, it bumps them up to 34-21, giving them some much-needed breathing room. But for the Clippers, man, this loss drops them to 27-29, 2 games below .500. That's a tough spot to be in. This wasn't just another game, it was a really significant swing for both franchises.
And so this game really leaves us with two massive questions moving forward. On one hand, you have player availability. How much will these injuries to guys like Kawhi and LeBron really impact their teams down the stretch? And for the Lakers, it's all about cohesion. Can this core trio finally get enough time on the floor to turn those flashes of brilliance into consistent, dominant chemistry?
And that all leads to this final thought. We saw what this Lakers team is capable of, even with their stars banged up. But with player health being such a massive wild card in this league, can that chemistry they're trying to build really be enough to overcome the odds? You know, after a night like tonight, where grit and talent just found a way, you have to wonder if what we saw is just the beginning.